Good morning and welcome to today's yoga class. Today's practice is going to be a restorative yoga class. So you want to have plenty of props available. If you have a yoga bolster, great. But if you don't, pillows, blankets, blocks, whatever you've got will work. So let's start lying down. It's coming onto your back on your mat. And if you'd like to roll a blanket under your knees or put a pillow under your knees or in any way, support your knees so that your back can relax towards the floor. And we'll begin with a guided visualization. Feeling the back against the floor. And feel the places where the floor and the mat meet. Feel your body surrendering into the floor. We'll begin by scanning the body. And bring your awareness into your feet. And become aware of all the sensations there. And invite your feet to relax. Become aware of your ankles. Notice the sensations there. Breathing into your ankles. Relax. Bring your awareness up into your calves and shins. Notice all the sensations there. Breathing tension and discomfort away. Bring your awareness into your knees. Notice what's happening there. Exhale, release any tension or discomfort from your knees. And bring your awareness into your thighs. And release any tension in your thighs. Bring your awareness into your hips and buttocks. Notice what's happening there. Exhale away any tension in your hips and buttocks. Bring your awareness to your fingertips. And feel the energy in your fingertips. Exhale any tension away. Bring your awareness into your hands and wrists. And allow your hands to be soft and open. Notice any sensations in your wrists and hands. Breathing out tension and discomfort. Become aware of your forearms and elbows. Observe the sensations there. Exhale, relax the tension. Breathe it out. Coming up into your upper arms, feeling what's happening there. Breathing into your upper arms and breathing tension away. Feel your upper arms relax. Bring your awareness down to your lower back and feel your lower back moving closer to the floor in relaxation. Exhale away any tension or discomfort. Feel your mid-back and notice what's happening there. Breathing into your mid-back, let any tension go. Breathing into your upper back, feel your back broaden and expand as you soften into the floor. Breathe any tension or discomfort away. Breathing into your shoulders, feel your shoulders soften and relax. Notice any sensations there. Release any tension or burdens from your shoulders. And bring your awareness into your neck and feel your neck soften and relax. Notice the sensations there and breathe any tension away. And bring your awareness into your face. Feel all the muscles in your face relax. Feel the worry lines disappear. Exhale away any tension in your face. Bring your awareness into your scalp and brain. And feel your scalp and brain relax. And breathing deeply into the whole front of your body. Feel the front of your body soften and relax. Feel your front torso softening into your back body. Slow, deep breaths. And I'll join you on my mat. All my props handy here. And let's just start by stretching out, reaching the arms up overhead. And if it's uncomfortable for you to reach your arms up overhead, you can put your block or blanket behind you and let your arms rest on your prop there. Just take some slow, deep breaths, reaching the arms up overhead. Notice the tension in the shoulders and arms. And let the body relax. So we're doing long, relaxing poses. We want to keep the mind present. It'll be easy, I'm sure, for the mind to wander. No judgment there. Allow the awareness to come back to your breath and the sensations in your body. Opening the chest and the shoulders here. Feeling the breath deepen. Dropping the breath into the belly. We're not breathing from the chest, but breathing deep into the abdomen. Feeling the belly rise, and then the rib cage, and then the chest, and then releasing chest, rib, belly. In a nice, soothing, rolling motion. And let's slowly bring the arms back down and walk the legs in. Give yourself a hug. And we'll just do a little rocking from side to side. And roll over to one side, and we'll come to a seated position. And we'll do a little bit of warm up. So if you want to sit on your block or your cushion, if that would make it more comfortable for you, go right ahead. Coming into a nice easy pose, sitting on your pillow. And feel your sitting bones reach down and your spine reach up. Turn your palms up on your lap. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. Close your eyes or look downcast. And feel the breath deep into the belly, rib cage, chest, chest, rib cage, belly. Let's do some spinal rock and roll, rolling back, letting the chin come down. Very gentle and soft, inhaling the chest and the head up. So just a very soft, gentle cat and dog today. Deep awareness of all the sensations in the body. Deep, slow, full breaths. So our breath is our friend. We may feel tense in our bodies, but our breath, when we allow it to be full and deep, is always free of any tension. The breath has no opinion. It has no anxiety. It just is. And when we can connect with the fullness of our breath, we come into that place of fullness in our hearts and minds. So this is a great tool, a great ally in times of stress. Just simple movement and deep belly breaths. Let's come back to center. Let's bring one arm up and over, and we'll gently grab the wrist and just stretch to one side. Easy side stretch. And we don't have to go to our edge, just finding a place to open the breath. Enjoying that openness of breath. And let's stretch the other way. Fullness of breath into the side body. Back to center and down. An easy breath. Let's rotate. You may notice the breath coming up into the chest because the belly is compressed here. See if you can drop the breath into the belly. And back to center. If you'd like to change sides with the legs, you can. Inhale tall. Bring the hand to the knee and the hand behind you. Notice if the breath is coming into the chest. And then drop the breath into the belly. And we're training ourselves, even when the breath wants to be in the chest, which is where our stress response is, that we can train ourselves to drop the breath into the belly and to instead turn on our relaxation response. So let's inhale back to center. Turn the palms up. Another lovely three-part breath. We're going to come into an easy back bend here. So you want to have a nice large pillow or bolster, and then you might want to have a second pillow or bolster or block handy just in case. So this back bend depends on how flexible you are, but we're opening the chest again to get more breath. I have my clock handy as well. So I want to have the bolster or pillow under the middle of your back. So depending on how long the pillow is, the shoulder should drip off the top of it. It can come all the way down to your tailbone if you have a super big pillow. To me, that pillow doesn't give my upper body enough support. So there'll be a little space here. So it's up to my shoulders and then my neck hangs off. And then if you're super flexible, you can have your head here, or you can pick a height that your block would like. Your head could be even higher than your shoulders, or the same height as your shoulders, which is what I'm going to choose, or it could be lower. You can have your legs straight, or take another pillow and put that back underneath your knees. But the most important part is to have an open chest. So free head, tailbone and hips are on the floor, and the chest is higher, so it's broader, longer. Arms can be floating out to the sides. You can even put props under your arms if you like. Put a little blanket over you if you like. And we'll stay here for at least 3 minutes. So finding your comfortable place, if you need to move around a little bit to find it. And then coming to comfortable stillness, but you can always move if your body requires it, or if you become more relaxed and want to move deeper into the pose. Once you've found your basic comfortable position, bring your awareness to your body once again. Notice your feet and legs and how they feel. If there's any tension and you need to relax them a little more, perhaps the knees and toes can roll outward. If that doesn't work for you, the knees and toes can roll upward. Find what works for your body. Bring your awareness up into your neck and shoulders and making sure you're comfortable. And finding an arm position that works for you. And if open arms don't work, you can have one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Maybe you like that. Notice any place that needs your attention or support. Either make physical adjustments or breathe into the tense places and let the tension relax. Notice your breath. Breathing deeply into your belly. Nice rolling 3-part breath. We're working with the heart chakra here. So if you'd like to imagine green healing energy, green light, breathing in green healing energy and sending it to any place in your body that needs it. If your mind wanders, bring it back. Sometimes we cannot help the mind wandering, so that's okay. We can't judge it. You might also notice as you relax that emotions come up. That's a beautiful thing. We have emotions stored in our bodies. And we tense up around those emotions because we don't want to feel them. And as we relax our bodies, sometimes those emotions come up. They're just unwinding and releasing out of our bodies. So there might be some momentary discomfort of that feeling, but that's better than the permanent discomfort of tensing up around it. We're going to roll over onto our side. So very slowly release your arms if they were on your chest. And get rid of your pillow under your legs probably. May not need it. Let's bend your knees for a minute so you can shift your weight over to one side and roll your knees. And then rolling over to one side, we're going to keep this bolster under our rib cage, but come down onto our side. So if you do need a pillow between your knees, you can have that, or you can just relax your legs in a nice right angle there. If you need a pillow or a bolster under your head, you can use that, or you can just rest on your arms so that you're getting a little more of a curve here, opening the side ribs. And then this other arm can come up and over. Again, if you need to rest it on a pillow or a block for less stretch, go right ahead. You can take the underneath hand and you can wrap it around your wrist or even up over your shoulder for a little more stretch. So we're just gently opening the side body. Using your props to help make it work for you. Again, if you want props between your knees, that's another possibility. I prefer that, a little bit of space between your knees. The focus here is having a little arch underneath your rib cage and a little opening on this side. I'm taking some nice, easy breaths here. Again, if this arm isn't working overhead and you need to put it someplace else, maybe behind you. I don't recommend in front of you because that's going to close the chest up, but you could rest it on your thigh or behind you. Find the way that works for you. But you're getting a nice open chest, open side ribs. So we're befriending our breath. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I notice that I'm holding my breath. Maybe that happens to you. And then when I can find my breath and go into my deep 3-part breathing, I feel my whole body relax. And I drift back into sleep. Restorative yoga is a wonderful thing to do when you need some yoga, but just don't feel like being very active. You want what we call a yin practice rather than a yang practice. You're still getting breath into your body. You're opening up your joints. You're stretching your muscles and being soft and gentle and loving to yourself at the same time. We live in a very young society, so probably should do more restorative yoga more often. And when the temperature gets very hot, that's yang energy. So restorative yoga can help cool us down. Now we're just going to roll over to the other side. So slowly coming out of the pose. I'm going to switch directions so I'm still facing you. You're just going to roll over to the other side. So you have the pillow underneath your rib cage, again, depending on how long your bolster is or how high. We're going to make sure it's under your rib cage. You want to prop under your head or using your arms so that you get a little more. This is a deeper stretch. Using my block is not quite as deep a stretch. Again, you can have your arm up overhead to intensify the stretch. Or if that's too much, you can have your hand behind you or even on your hip. If you want to have a block between your knees, like that little bit of extra legs in alignment there. Legs hip width apart. So take a moment to find the way it works for you. And then allow the body to soften into the floor. It's okay to move around till you find the perfect place. And if you need to come out of a pose and go back into it, it's perfectly acceptable too. For some reason, I'm finding this side a little hard on my hip bone. If you're finding that happening, you can put a little blanket underneath your hip, but just not too high. You want your rib cage higher than your hips. And come into your deep 3-part breath. Allowing the body to open. When we breathe, most people breathe from their upper chest, and they're getting a fraction of the breath that they're capable of, that the lungs are capable of. When we breathe all the way down into the belly and out, we're getting a full complement of air. And the receptors for our parasympathetic nervous system, our relaxation response, are located down at the bottom of our lungs. So we're more efficiently breathing and we're turning on our relaxation response. The stay and play response. Relaxation response is more than just a nice feeling. When we are in our stress response, not only does our body have all kinds of negative things happening, that is when we're in our chronic stress response, but our mind becomes rigid. Our mind is attuned at that time to look for danger and to find the quickest way out. When we're in our relaxation response, our mind is open to possibilities. We are looking for solutions in the broadest possible way, integrating as much information as we can. So relaxation allows us to be open and aware and creative in a way that we cannot be when we're triggered and stressed. Let's do one more minute here. And very slowly we'll transition out of it. Bring the hand to the floor in front of you, leaning forward and coming back up. Now we're going to do a lovely little pose, and I'm going to give you a couple options here. But I'd like you to make a nice big bed. So instead of having a small bed here with one pillow, I'm going to make a nice big bed with two pillows. Okay, so figure out pillows, blocks, blankets. You've got a nice big bed here. And I'm going to offer you a twist. You can also have a block handy for between your legs if you need to. If the twist doesn't work, I'm going to offer you a second choice. So the twist is you're sitting up against your pillows like this, and then coming down onto your bed and turning your head away from your legs or turning towards your legs if it's too much. And then possibly widening your legs apart. Again, if you want to put a block under the front leg. So you can have one leg at a right angle that way and one leg at a right angle this way. And looking towards your legs is easier for your neck. If this twist is not working for you, the other option is to come into child pose, with your knees wide and coming onto your bed this way. And again, you can stack up as much height as you need. So you're lying in child, supported. You see how the torso is completely supported here. So either taking child pose, or if you can, or if you prefer, taking the twist. So we're sitting next to the bed, coming down onto it, widening our legs at right angles if we can. You can have a block under your leg if you want. Sorry, top leg forward, bottom leg back, makes it more of a twist. There we go, top leg forward, bottom leg back. Okay, coming to a twist. Oh, this is so nice. So opening up the hips a little bit here, do a little tiny twist of the belly towards the pillow. And if you want to turn your head away, you can, but that's a little much. So your chest is towards your pillow. Your leg is out to the side a little bit. So it's a little bit of a twist here, a little bit of a hip opener, and breathing into your back. So whether you're in child or in this modified twist. Deep breath into your back. Feeling your back surrender into the floor. You'll feel the breath against your pillow. Reminding you to breathe deeply into your belly. And if you feel okay to turn your head, but again, it's a little bit intense. So you may choose to just keep looking in the same direction as your knee or not. And we'll slowly unwind. If you've chosen child pose, you may just want to stretch out of it and then come back into it. If you've chosen your twist, then you want to shift your legs the other way. So I'll just start away from you because I'll end up twisting towards you. So sitting next to your bed, bringing the top leg forward and the bottom leg back. If you want to support your top leg on the prop, you can. Bringing your chest down onto your pillow. And if you need to, you can have your head facing the same way as your legs, but if you feel comfortable, you can turn your head away from your legs. Very gentle twist in your belly, very gentle opening in the hip joints. Move your legs further apart to increase that opening. Let's feel how relaxing this is. If you've chosen child pose, make sure you've got enough support that your body is on your bolster or blocks. You're not hanging in space.
Find your breath, deep and slow. And imagine that 3-part breath in the back body. Breathing into the lower back, mid back, and upper back. Exhaling from the upper back, mid back, and lower back. You actually have more lung surface in the back of your lungs than in the front. Remember to always make the pose your own. If something isn't working for you, please adjust it. You can also have the attitude, as long as it's not a sharp pain, to just explore what sensation is happening and breathe into it. And see if curiosity and breath causes a change to happen. Sometimes we're too quick to move away from a situation instead of staying with it with curiosity. So you might choose curiosity this time, just for the fun of it. The longer you stay in this twist, the more relaxed you should become. I hate to do this to us, but let's slowly come out and bring your hands to the floor. Rolling back up. Coming up slowly so you don't get dizzy. And we're going to come into an inversion. So if you'd like to do legs up the wall, or if you have a chair and you want to do legs up the chair, you can go ahead and bring your pillow close to the wall or the chair. I'm going to pull a chair closer. It's the same principle. Okay, so if you're doing legs up the wall, you want to have your pillow about 2 inches away from the wall. And you're going to sit as close to the wall as you can. And then swing your legs up the wall and scoot your tailbone towards the wall. If you're on the chair, obviously it's a lot easier to scoot your legs onto the chair so that your tailbone is down. So again, there's a little arc in the lower back if you can get it. And then again, you can choose to have your upper body So just swinging the legs up. You can choose to have your upper body just open. Or if that's too much, you can put a little pillow or block under your head. But if you get this waterfall effect, so you're getting the blood, especially if you're up here. And even here, you can hang out here for a while. And when you get tired, put your legs on the chair. So you're getting the blood coming down into your hips and then from your hips down into your heart and into your head. So that would be the ideal, to have a nice inversion, reversing the flow of gravity. And a really cool thing about being in an inversion is, along with all of the other benefits, it strengthens your immune system and it's anti-inflammatory. And that's something we all need right now, is a stronger immune system. So find your perfect inversion. Again, you can hang out here for a while and then put your legs on the chair. You could just be out in space if you don't need to use a chair. But the nice thing about a chair or a wall is you get the support and then you can just relax. Focusing on the sensations in your body, feeling your legs relax. Feeling your back relax into the floor. Feeling your breath deepening. And if you're in an inversion with your back flat, then you can think of all your chakras opening. If you're in an inversion where you're doing waterfall, then you can think more about your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra opening. But it's all good. Find your breath. Slow and deep. Breathing into the belly, rib cage, chest, releasing chest, rib cage, belly. And if you're in this waterfall variation with a nice big pillow, so that it's not just under your sacrum, but also continuing that heart opening, that's a really lovely experience. If you have a block, it's just under your sacrum. But this is fully supporting the whole back with the shoulders on the floor. And if you need a little rest from the hecticness of the day,
Just doing 5 minutes of this gentle inversion. Give you a whole new perspective on life. And very slowly, if you're on the chair, you can just bring your knees into the chest and roll to one side. If you're up against the wall, you can do the same thing. Very slowly and gently rolling off your bolster or pillow. And then stretch out on your mat for a few minutes of Shavasana. And if you'd like the blanket under your knees, you can go for that. Whatever makes you happy, should be feeling very happy about now. If you need to cover yourself up with a blanket or put on some socks, whatever keeps you warm and comfy.
You can stay here as long as you like. And when you're ready, slowly move and stretch. Roll to one side. Place the hands on the floor in front of you and make your way to a seated position. So you have some tools to carry you through times of stress. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.